Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Missy Dunlop, and welcome to WRED-TV's 2018 Senior Show. Today is one of the most bittersweet days here in studio. We get to relive some of the best memories of the past 4 years at WRED-TV, as well as saying our final farewell to 14 dedicated members, who are also our great friends. Many of these seniors walked into our studio in fall of 2014, making their mark from the start. Today, they join us with hundreds of hours of experience and plenty of stories to go along with their hard work. It's my pleasure to introduce our first group of seniors, Ashley Persaud, Quentin-Lavon husbands, Esohe Osagie, and Jaclyn Kolkhurst. Welcome, guys. So how does it feel to be here today?
It's just another show, another day. Another show.
On the low.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm happy. Oh, it's my last show though. I'm so sad.
We sound dead. Hey, what's up?
I know, guys. This is it. This is it. But I'm so happy to hear that you guys are excited to be here. And I'm going to start off the conversation with Quentin. So, Quentin, you have been part of WRED-TV for a while. You are a current marketing director, and there is kind of an inside running joke with the fact that sometimes we don't believe that Quentin always knows what's going on. So can you confirm to us that for the past couple of years you've actually known what was going on here, and maybe give us like one of your best memories?
Well, first to give my best memory was Manhunt. I think it was the semester I joined back in 2015, I think. Mm-hmm. That was fun, but the fact that I don't know anything, I think...
I see Ashley smiling over there.
Yeah, she's smiling, but the thing is, with me, I try to, not show everybody that I know what's going on. I'm quiet. A lot of people could probably attest to the fact that they know that they tell me things, but I don't go around and talk about it. And then if somebody asks me, maybe I'm just playing dumb.
That's a really... Actually, do you have a response to that? Because I see you bursting a little bit over there.
You're playing dumb.
Oh, wait. Say that louder so the mics can hear you?
It's funny. It's funny. Well, Quentin, it's been a pleasure. You were a great marketing director, and you will surely be missed. I'm going to move on to our next person that we have here, Esohe. So Esohe has been part of our club for quite some time now, and during your time here, you've known to be the go-to member that works the audio board, and you're probably the only person that works it for most of the time here. Do you actually like working the audio board?
It's the worst job.
Why? Give us your reasonings.
The worst job. It's worse than being on camera. I just do it. I'm just kidding. It's not the worst job. I just do it because at first, it's I don't know. It's interesting. It looks like it's a cool piece of equipment. You press the buttons and then there's all kinds of colors and they light up and it looks nice and it's aesthetically pleasing, you know? And also, I guess I've always kind of been interested in music as well, so I've always kind of gravitated towards things centered on audio. So I figured I also wanted to learn more about audio production in general, so just kind of gravitated towards it, and I still do now. I was in the seat just now, just kind of sitting there, and now every Friday I just kind of
that's your spot.
I'm just there, and I just sit there, and then the show starts. I'm like, wait, I'm doing audio this week?
I think we get panic attacks every time Esohe's not on audio because we have to teach somebody, and it's just weird not seeing her there. One day I saw her by the switcher, and I was like, "What are you doing there? What are you doing?"
But don't be modest, Esohe. It's only because you have fire playlists.
Yeah, honestly.
You just play music all the time.
I'm the MVP.
Yeah. You're the aux.
Yeah,
you are. Any favorite memory that you want to share?
Oh man, Manhunt was really fun. I'd never played that game before. Before we played it that week, a lot of the interesting things that happened my freshman and sophomore year. No offense to everyone in my life from junior year onwards.
Wow. I guess we're not friends.
Well, that about wraps it up.
There were lots of good times. I had I made some friends. It was fun. cool. We did activities, and I was like, wow, we're like a club. We're like friends and stuff.
Well, Esohe, it has for sure been a pleasure. Many of you might not know this, but Esohe and I actually studied abroad together last year, and it was such a pleasure getting to see her every day across the globe. She was always a friendly face to say hi to, so thank you for that, Esohe. So we're going to move on to our next member, and I say this with much happiness and laughter, the one and only Miss Jaclyn Kolkhurst. For sure. Jaclyn, you are the newest addition out of all the seniors that we've had, and you've made a very big impact in a short amount of time, not only with your great sense of humor, but also as your role as co-head writer. So what was your best memory within this past year? And also, we have a very important question. We need to clarify with you, is it true that Alec Baldwin is actually your father?
Wait, what?
Well, maybe if you watched the episodes, you would know. But, yeah. I mean,
It's like
we'll see when I graduate if I'm on SNL or not. But I don't know. Maybe. But what was my favorite
what was your favorite part of this past year?
Oh my god, definitely throwing the fake vodka at Anthony. That was great. I have to say. Iconic. I mean, come on.
For sure. No, I agree. That was so fun to watch. I actually posted that episode, and I was, if you watch the behind the scenes of what movie during that episode, I'm like sitting there in the chair like, oh god, what's she gonna do next? But it was really fun to watch that. Any like particular writing experience you liked this year as co-head writer?
Oh, actually, before I was head writer, I guess like the first FAL with like the Sopranos dinner. That was good.
Yeah, that was great. That was
really good.
Well,
I made bomb pasta too. That was
yes, I saw that. That's real pasta in that scene, the SNL. I was watching it recently with Jordon, and I was like, wait, did Jaclyn actually make real pasta for this? And she was like, yeah.
I was like a real like Italian MILF, just doing her thing, Betty Crocker in the kitchen, cooking it up. And it's sauce, not gravy, all right? Let's...
I never got any pasta.
Well, were you here?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I gave it to Donnie.
Well, that's Hood Rat Tina Fey, everyone, for you. Make sure to check her out on SNL in a few years down the line. Last but certainly not least for this group, we have our president, our hobo, our golden girl, Miss Ashley Persaud. Ashley, how bittersweet is this final moment for you, and what does it feel like to finally be able to proclaim, I am quitting TV Club?
Oh my god. It feels amazing. I'm out. I'm out of here. It's not my problem
Be a
anymore.
part of it, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a part of it.
For reals though, Ash. Favorite memory, favorite moment, what has this club meant to you?
It meant a lot. I think like my sophomore year was probably like my most defining year because that's when I got to meet everybody and I actually found like a group of people that like I click really well with. I think my favorite memory is probably like my famous episode called The Love Storm. Your old president Tom Walsh.
The Donald Trump of WRED-TV.
I didn't say that. She said it.
Let's keep going on.
It's senior show. Let's spill all the tea. Let's get messy.
No tea. No tea. Hot chocolate, please. No tea.
No tea, no shade. It was actually probably one of my favorite episodes, and I'm glad I was a part of it because I'm not like an on-camera person at all. I'm usually behind the scenes, and it got me to actually do a lot of things for everybody, and probably be on a creepy date and all that stuff. Like, it was a fun episode, and I think that's the thing that made me break out of my shell and like actually take a part of other projects. So yeah.
Awesome. And what did it mean to you to be president of this club?
I think that like a lot of people didn't understand. Like, this club means a lot to me, and I wanted to see it be better and grow a little bit more. So I'm glad that like I actually had a part in it and like took part in making it better, helping make it more known. And I'm glad to just work with my friends because I think a lot of people would love to work with their friends after college, and I think that's the best experience. And I had a lot of fun. And even though I'm stressed out half the time, but like I'm stressed out a lot, but I loved it. I think it was the best part of college.
Yeah, that's great.
You don't get to be an official member until you log 45 stress hours.
How many stress hours do you think you all had combined?
About 36.
I'll tell you, I think I got all of them when I was helping Tom edit the senior videos, I think my sophomore year. Yeah, I logged all of them in one time, and I was good.
I learned that stress this year, which you guys will be seeing in a few weeks, but it's a very well worth it stress for sure. Well, Ashley, particularly, because we just spoke to you, it has certainly been an honor and a pleasure working with you. And I thank all of you for your friendship, for everything you guys have done for this TV station. It really means so much to me.
Thank you, Miss.
And I know going down the line, I'm going to be the proud mom standing in the wings when you guys are all winning your major awards, and I will be like, I know them. So that's really all I have to say. Best of luck to you all. And don't go away. Right after this quick commercial break, we're coming back with your second group of seniors. Welcome back to WRED-TV's 2018 Senior Show. We've switched up the couch and we are moving on to our next group of seniors. I have here with me Frank Rappa, Oscar Cifuentes, Anthony Ferrara, Zachary Mahabir, and Anjan Sannidhi. How are you guys all feeling?
Whew, I'm pretty good.
Feeling good.
I don't know.
Feeling pretty good.
Bittersweet,
I'm feeling
probably the best way to say it.
Everybody seems like they're having a great time. Excited for my senior.
I honestly felt like this day would never come, and now that I'm here, I'm just like, wow.
Can we go back?
I wish, dude. I wish.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is awesome. So I'm actually going to start with Anjan. Anjan, we are so happy that you could join us this afternoon. Anjan actually graduated a semester early, but he is always...
A semester late.
A semester late? Well, whatever. Early. No one has to know that. And a familiar face to see here in the studio, even during our spring semester. Anjan, I have to address a popular memory of many. So we were talking about Manhunt a lot earlier, and supposedly there was a very famous incident during a Manhunt game that included you, that you were just never found during the game.
Yes,
So
that did happen.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that story?
Well, what happened was, alright, I'm Manhunt King, by the way. I'm always the person last to be found. But this was a special circumstance. I was hiding behind one of the desks in Malick Hall, and I guess hours went by, and
I would say hours,
bro.
Yeah, more like days, weeks, months.
So, wait, I'm confused though, like, did you guys just like forget that Anjan was playing, or?
I did pretty much, yeah.
We basically forgot. Everybody else was found.
Sorry, Anjan.
How did you know to leave? Like, when did you decide like they're not getting me?
After
I
like
need
10,
to know.
15, even 20 minutes, I'm like, yeah.
20
they forgot
minutes?
about me.
What?
You must have been so uncomfortable. We're so sorry.
Hey,
Was
at
it-
least I was the winner.
Confirm this rumor. Did like you text someone like, hey, like I'm still playing, or like what happened?
No, I think he actually just showed up
Yeah, I
back in
just
the
showed
office.
up in the office.
I think we forgot
me.
about him, and then we were like, and then Anjan comes in and was like, oh my god, hey, we forgot you. It was kind of like the classic scenario. Oh my god, we forgot the baby at home. We forgot the baby in the desk.
Anjan.
Yeah.
Well,
If
that
that's how
is
it
an
goes.
iconic story, and thank you for sharing that. We're going to head over to Mr. Frank Rappa. Frank, you have been a diehard member of WRED-TV for many years now, the honorary in-house Godzilla. So when I...
shirt up. Oh, want to see?
You have like 5 shirts here.
No,
No,
fine.
we're good.
Right
Oh.
That's all good.
We're good.
Alrighty, well, continuing on. Frank,
Okay, memories.
Frank, whenever I see you, you're always in the back room editing, and I can only imagine how many hours you probably logged in editing at WRED-TV. Do you have like a rough estimate, you think?
No, not really. To
That's
be
probably
honest.
spent like days editing if you add it all
Honestly,
up.
I could probably spend years editing. That's like one of my passions. Like, I love it.
That's great.
So it's
though.
like for some people, it's like it's one of those things where people can't stand it. They wish they could just get out of it. Me, I could literally just if I had all I need is a bed, some food, and like hygienic like stuff, I'll be fine with editing.
In other words,
You could just edit for the rest of your life.
in other words,
no
he
human,
lives.
No human contact.
In other words, he lives back there. He doesn't pay tuition. He pays rent.
He doesn't see people. He sees editing and things that can help him with editing. He has that Mamba mentality. That's cool. That's some Kobe Bryant stuff. I like
You
it.
guys know once
like
this
it.
semester I found like a sleeping bag in the office, and I originally I was like, oh God, is like Frank living in the office?
Yeah,
like,
you know how many places that sleeping bag has
So
been
then
sitting
we
around.
finally asked him. I think Jordon and I like said something, and he was like, "No, I'm sleeping at Oscars this weekend." And I was like,
that sleeping bag is still at our house right now.
Yeah. So, but do you have like a favorite memory of any show you worked on?
Aside from the time that Jaclyn just threw water at Anthony,
Laughing up.
it was a great one. No. What? Wait, I don't know what you're talking about, Oscar.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hello.
All right, Frank Rappa,
yeah.
everybody.
I guess that would probably be the only one.
Yeah,
pizza
I got
delivery.
it. Well, Frank, we appreciate all your hard work
Someone
and
working
everything
for
that you've done for this station. Some of the most interesting memories that I've encountered definitely included you in them. So thank you for always keeping it fun. So moving on to my next victim, Mr. Oscar.
Wow, victim.
Oscar.
Okay.
Taking him.
Oscar, my buddy, you have been involved in WRED-TV for many years now. There was an infamous Christmas special that you wrote last year that
Infamous, I think.
got dark very fast. So can you tell us a little bit about your Tyler Perry Christmas special?
Oh, jeez. All right, so I was put in charge of that Christmas special, and I had no clue what I was gonna do with it. And then I'm watching TV at home, and there was a Tyler Perry movie that came on. I forget which one it was. I think it was either Diary of a Mad Black Woman or Medea Goes to Jail. Either way, I just thought, you know what? Let me try to build a heartfelt Christmas special. So I just spent my whole Thanksgiving break writing the script for it. And honestly, in my own opinion, I'm my own worst critic. So I think it was pretty bad. Other people will fight me on that. Frankie especially.
Yeah.
He will always fight me on that. But
I liked it.
Listen, everything's a learning experience, but I will say that was good to watch when I was a boy. That was
thought it
great.
was pretty
very
okay.
unique.
That was
No,
fun
it was
fact.
fun.
I liked
Fun
it.
fact: I casted myself as the lead because I didn't trust anybody else to do it. I don't want to rely on anybody's scheduling conflicts to deal with it. So you know what? I'll just do it myself. You know?
Yeah, no, that was for sure fun because I was like your sister in it, I remember. And we had a lot of fun. All I remember was we were like filming outside of the townhouses and they kept throwing me outside without a sweater on. And I'm like, I'm really cold. Like, it's like 30 degrees out.
I know.
Like,
I felt so bad because like we were getting good acting, but the shots kept coming out wrong. You know, it's like we have to do this again. We have to do this again. And I felt so bad at the end. But I will say this: I thank everybody who put up with that film. I thank you all.
Well, Oscar, thank you for always being a team player, and it's been a pleasure.
Always.
Next, we're moving right along to the one and only Anthony Ferrara
Oh, no.
at F3Ara on Instagram.
Oh Jesus!
You should have worn your Instagram.
so-
No, we gotta wear this today. I've been waiting to get this for a long time. I had to wear this today.
This year, Anthony was our variety director, and he oversaw many of the member series that were released. Anthony, you have been a large comedic backbone of this club for many years. My personal favorite performance of yours was during the Lost Lip Sync battle that many people do not get to see.
Yeah.
Besides that episode, or including that episode, what was your like standout performance here?
I think I don't know if this really was a standout performance because the lip sync battle was the best thing I think I've ever done in TV Club. I've had a lot of things that I've done
Well,
from
the pick
freshman
from.
year onward. What?
It's a lot to pick from.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of stuff I did like freshman year onward because I started off doing the game show that we had freshman year. It was called Are You Smarter Than a College Professor? I
Oh
think
my
was
God,
that
I
it?
remember
It was
that.
called that.
It was called that.
And
No
it was.
change. We went through a lot of.
We
game
went through a
shows.
lot of changes. Then I was a clown. Then I was Donald Trump, and then I was something. I was also. I think I was in a sketch where like what was that? When I got the dart thing with Donnie.
Oh,
Amber.
it was like the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It was a Game of Thrones.
And then we had the Ebola outbreak my freshman
Oh,
year,
yeah.
so I was like wrapped up in a classroom, taken out, and then a lot of there was just a lot of things going on. But we had so many people that came in and out. Freshman year, that was me coming in like, oh my God, look at all this stuff. And so that was like me at my best. If there was going on, you know, you get older and stuff happens, and like you know. You grow, and I grew here. The whole 4 years has been my memory, you know. So, It's all been great, but I would say the lip sync is definitely the outstanding one.
That
It had
and
me dying, I'll tell
the
you
water
that.
to the face. You had no clue Jaclyn was going to do that?
None of us.
I told her, I says, whatever you do, please don't hit me. She goes, okay. I didn't expect a water to the face.
None of us did.
I got it. Well, Anthony, you've always kept it fun around here, and it's very sad to see you leave. Lastly, we have my dear friend, Mr. Zach. He is leaving. Zach, you have been a man of many words of wisdom. You are so talented. You've done a lot for this organization, not only as this year's news director, but also as president of WSJU. Can you tell us overall just your experience of CPS clubs?
Hashtag my president.
You know, these clubs are deeply important to the educational process here at St. John's. I firmly believe that these clubs have more potential to grow true professionals from people that, you know, have a lot of potential and no real structure, better than classrooms. Practical knowledge is everything. You could read 1,000 books, but the moment you pick up a camera, like some of the people we have here, and the moment you get on these couch, like you, like these guys, like everybody in the back, that's everything. Because you can do anything in theory. You could be a professional basketball player, an accountant, or, you know, a janitor, you know? Anything's hypothetical, but this makes it real. This is everything.
Aw, that's so great.
Why
That just got me all choked up.
Are you Aristotle?
Socrates, bro. Socrates.
Socrates. The
So
big
Zach-
Aristotle.
They're all the same. They sat on a rock.
Zach, you've been a resident news anchor here for a while. Any like special story that you covered that
You
you
know,
remember like super well, or
I
a funny
took-
moment?
I took a lot of pride in being able to cover that Bill O'Reilly lost 37 sponsors, because that man, oof. Oh, I have a real nice story about that man, because I don't like Bill O'Reilly. I don't like him. One of my least favorite people. Oh, I could spill so much tea about a lot of stuff, but you know what? I need my own special. So I'm going to leave y'all with that.
Next week, guys.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, right.
I'm still coming after you, Bill.
Oh my god.
I'll see you.
Well, boys, let's wrap this up. It has
rowdy.
been a pleasure. Thank you all for being such an important part of my time here, and such a legacy leaving behind at WRED-TV for sure.
Thank you, Missy.
Thank you, Missy.
Yes, of
Always
course.
trying to keep it too sweet, right, boys?
Sweet.
Too sweet!
Very quickly, though.
Everybody that's off camera, you don't get it.
Wait,
Nope, we
very
get
quickly,
it.
though, I want to say congratulations to Missy Dunlop and Jordon Darmiento, who's not here right now. You guys are the worthy successors to those titles of President.
Round of applause, guys. Everyone in the back, in the front, whatever.
Yeah, we have a great new board next year, and we hope to make you guys proud. So on that,
Already
stay
are.
tuned
We will.
after this commercial break as we come back with our last group of seniors, as well as a message from a particular senior who is traveling abroad. Welcome back to WRED-TV's 2018 Senior Show. I am here with my final group of some of the loveliest ladies I know. I have Ariana, Urena, RoseAnn, Sapia, Anna Kulsa, and Denisse Jimenez. How's everyone feeling this afternoon?
Good.
Fantastic. You guys excited?
Yeah, it's a happy Friday.
This is what us
very
again,
happy.
so hey.
That's great. So before we begin our discussion, I'd like to introduce Nicole Agosto, who is not here. Nicole is currently studying abroad in Paris, so she obviously could not make it to our taping today. However, she still has a large presence in this club, maintaining her position as co-head writer from overseas. Let's check out this clip from Nicole that she sent from us from her time abroad.
Hi guys, or should I say bonjour from the lovely city of Paris. My name is Nicole Agosto, and this is my senior video. I'll be completely honest, I didn't think this was gonna happen. It's been a very emotional time thinking about it. I remember my first time at TV Club. It was Valentine's Day 2016, and I had my close friend and alumni Remery practically yell at me saying, "Come to TV Club this Friday." So I showed up and I immediately clicked with everyone. I have always had a hard time making friends, so how well I was able to fit in and get along with everyone was probably, I was super lucky. It was one of the best things that happened. another really, really great memory that I always carry with me is probably the madness of having to plan for FAL. From my first to my most recent one last fall, I have had quite a roller coaster of adventure with you guys, and it's been such an honor and such a privilege to be able to share it. I am so grateful for everything that our e-board and Ozzy have been able to provide for us, whether it be, you know, being able to like interview people like PNB Rock or even Little Uzi Vert and getting to know them one-on-one, to even being able to travel all the way to Milwaukee to be able to film the Big East Championships. You guys have really helped me figure out what my path in life is, and you guys have done so much to ensure that I was able to grow as a person, and I sincerely hope that my time with you guys has definitely been very similar. I love you all, and I'll be around. I'll definitely be around. I promise. And thank you for making me the person I am today, because I can assure you that 2.5 years ago, I would have never ever even dreamed about the stuff that I got to do up to now. Thank you. I love you guys. I'll see you in the States in a little while. Bye.
Boy, do I miss Nicole. Oh, sending all of our love to her, and we can't wait till she returns home. So, back to these amazing women that I have sitting here with me. Let's start off with Denisse. Denisse, you are a powerhouse, and you've been with WRED-TV for many years now.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite memory, maybe a time you were reporting or hosting or anchoring?
I would say my favorite memory was when we were doing this little episode of Modern Family, and I got to play Gloria, and it was so much fun. I got to yell at everybody who was around me. I got to throw something at my husband, whoever it was back then. And it was just really fun.
Didn't Oscar play your child?
He was my child. Oscar was my child, and then he broke my grandmother's
Urn,
right? Yes, that's the word.
My favorite clip of you from that episode, she was like, oh, I have stuff or something, and she like pulls out like these giant Nerf guns, and she's like charging.
I got to shoot everybody. It was great. And my favorite line was like, all men are animals. I love that. I just love saying that.
It's so funny. I remember that episode. That was really, really fun. Do you have like a favorite? Because I know you anchored for us this semester. Any stories you liked covering, or?
They're all fun and they're all different, you know. And like I used to cover like a lot of the events that happen on campus, whether that's like with the chapel players or like poetry slams, and those are really cool because you meet new people and you learn about what's going on campus and things that you didn't know. So I don't think I have a favorite, but they're all very different and fun.
That's nice. A collective good memory of your time here, for sure. You will sure be missed, Denisse. I want to just thank you again for all you've done. So we're next going to move on to Anna. She was one of the co-sports directors for this semester and a member of WRED-TV for many years as well. She had her own member series with RoseAnn, who's sitting with her as well, that was called Going for the Three, which was so fun to watch, and you like really both did such a great job with that. Anna, do you have any specific memories with any sporting events or Going for the Three that was like a major part of your time here?
Well, I really like stuff we did this year. Like we went to Big East Media Day, which was really fun. And then tip-off was really fun this year.
That's cool. I knew you were down on the floor with like Quentin, right?
That was cool. We like snuck down. We were told we weren't allowed to go down, and then we just went down. It was fun.
Did you got to see then?
Yeah, I sat next to Chris Mullen. That was the highlight.
Wow.
It was like an empty seat right next to him, and I was like, oh, I like talked to the guy who was like sitting on the other side. I'm like, oh, is anyone staying there? He's like, no. I'm like, can I sit there? He's like, yeah. So I sat next to him. I'm like, hi. He's like, hi. And I was like, okay. And then I think Davies came out, so I was just like, all right, I'll sit here.
Yeah, how was that being down on the floor for a performance like that?
It was cool. I mean, I didn't really know anything about Davies, so I was just like, whatever. But I was like, I'm next to Chris Mullen, and I was texting my mom. She's like, tell him I went to school with him. I'm like, he doesn't care.
That's so funny. So was it great covering like basketball season this year, or any of the other sports that are
I mean, I wish
on?
we got to do more, but it's always fun. I mean, it's cool. You get a really good experience. You're with like real media people, so I like it.
That's awesome. That's so great. So it's time to turn it over to your other half here now. RoseAnn, tell us a little bit about your experience being a co-sports director and your time here at WRED-TV.
It was a lot of fun. I started out just doing Chiron in the back, and then one day me and Anna were like, you know what, let's get on camera, let's start a member series, and we got to do Going for the Three, which is probably my favorite memory from here, because just we got to create a show from scratch, and we wanted to make sports fun, so it was not just like, here's what happened today, breaking news. We're like, no, let's react to it, let's take some pictures.
Play some games.
Yeah, we played some games.
Read
so.
the players' books.
Yeah, exactly, which is literally what we did. But it was a lot of fun.
So there was a time I remember, it was really funny with you, RoseAnn. We were in taping, and it was probably in the fall semester. It was the height differences were just not adding up for poor RoseAnn. So we stuck her on top of like a box, and it looked good on camera. But that was really funny. I remember. Do you remember anything from that day?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. I was like, wow, I really am so much shorter. Because who I was co-hosting with, he was significantly taller than me. So it doesn't help that I'm just like a little 5 foot. I wasn't wearing heels or anything. So I'm like, all right, I guess this is what I'm going to have to do. And it's funny because back in driver's ed, like my teacher for that was like, you're going to have to sit on phone book to reach the pedal. So I'm like, wow, he's going to be like, he predicted this.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, on behalf on everyone here, we would like to thank both Anna and RoseAnn for all their great sports coverage this past year. We were so lucky to have 2 strong women running that part of our organization, so that's really great. Lastly, we are moving on to our final senior of the day, Ariana. Ariana, you probably don't remember this, but when I came to the activities fair, in my first activities fair of fall of 2015, you were the first person that I spoke to, and you kind of really sold me to come to WRED-TV. So I don't know if you remember that, but I do.
I remember talking to you. I remember, okay, so the activities fair, I think you're a year younger than me, so that was like this summer after I was Noelle. So it's like a lot of like the new guy, like all the new, not kids, but like the incoming freshmen talk to you, and it's like, so funny because I remember that, and you were just so happy and you were so excited about like starting the school year, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope she comes back, because like the energy was palpable. It was great.
Yeah, and I remember you were like talking about being a freshman in this club, and she's like, it's nothing to be intimidating about, because you, even though you're a freshman, like you have so much opportunity to like make your mark here, and I really took that advice, and it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
So
it's obvious you took it. Look at you hosting.
Well, look at you guys all up here. But it was a really great memory of mine of you. But you have also had so much experience outside of this club with internships. Did you take anything that you learned here and brought it to your experience outside of WRED-TV so far?
I think I definitely have. I think freshman year, that was my first experience kind of learning how to navigate with different personalities, because like you always have a way of problem solving, but there's always a better way to do it, and having people who could kind of impart their point of view was very helpful to me at such a young age, because once you become comfortable with someone in this workspace, you become comfortable with them outside of the room. So you really learn how to keep thriving with others, and I definitely brought that in other places. And I also learned how to like keep going when things go wrong, because although how amazing all this stuff is that you guys, when you guys watch it, it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and definitely tears and yelling, and it's like you learn how to keep pushing and getting it done, and that's definitely such a great quality to have no matter where you go and what you do, regardless.
That's awesome. And I know you were like a resident host of The Match for like a long time as well. Any memories on that show that you had? I know you like deported Anthony to Staten Island during an episode.
Yeah.
Many crazy things.
It was so good. I feel like The Match was one of like my favorite memories, and like one of the most fun things I got to do, because like that was when everybody like really let me kind of go off script and let me like, they would brief me on what it was, but I got to be more myself for it. So I feel like that was like one of my favorite memories, because they were like, we trust you enough to like tell the story but make it fun. So I was like, thanks for trusting me, but I'm a child.
That's so funny. So any last comments from anyone on the couch here? Anything you want to say to close your experiences?
I would just say for like anybody who's watching this to just go out there and try it. And like everybody has been saying, like it can be intimidating, but as long as you come in with a smile and you want to do it, then that's really all you need. And yeah, and thank you all so much. So great. I'm going to miss everybody. Love you ladies.
I'm going to miss
you
all
at
of
the
you
top.
guys so much.
Everybody at the top. It will be great.
Anything else? We're good?
I think we have a really good platform here. You can really, like, whatever you want to do with it. You can make your own show like we did. Yeah. You just got to make the most of it. If you're really into it, just go for it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so great. Well, that's all we have for you on this year's senior show. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and like our content on YouTube. Thank you for another great season from Studio 422. Until next year, I'm Missy Dunlop. Come on, everyone, get up here. Have a great rest of your semester. Yeah.